this November 1st day, which I say is a perfect day to play with a new look, a new do. Again, just because everyone else gets to wear a mask every day now, so why should I not be able to change my hair too? I know I am being very demeaning towards the reason people think they are wearing these masks. But the truth is, Halloween is the day when we all get to wear a mask and pretend to be someone else. But the crazy thing is that by continuing to wear a mask after and not talking about how to actually build our health and our immune system, what we are experiencing is not only germ theory in action, but it's called Munchausen syndrome. I think that's Munchausen syndrome, which is where a parent who wants attention and money, potentially, tries to convince their child that they are unwell, which is what happens when a person is not able to speak their own truth or their own mind. And let me say that as I wrote on day 17's email in the 66 Days to Transform Your Self-Image series, I got to experience last night that fight between the fearful and faithful in action when cognitive dissonance separated me and an atheist. And I didn't know how to handle the situation when there was offense taken at my comfortable relationship with the word and associations of God, and the other person who, when I asked what don't you believe in, took right offense and said I'm not doing this, removed herself from our circle. And then when I came to other circles where she was, since it was just only a few people, ultimately she removed herself and then removed my friend to let her know that I was no longer welcome. And when they came back out, the party was over and I'd already grabbed my things and was ready to go. But there were some amazing people that were at that event. So the thing is that when I was in high school, as I wrote in the blog, I would love for you to check out at ljeh.ca. When I was in high school, I would have thought that I did something wrong. And I'm not saying that I didn't, because being me is offensive to some people. Because I don't care what other people are comfortable with. I care about what feels fun. Because when I am fun, I can ignite that playful spirit in others. And when I am in fear, I am restricted, contracted, controlled, unable to move, like being in a straitjacket, just without the jacket. And I just dare to ask why that's okay. Why are we surrendering to people who are fearful and then judging ourselves and feeling like we need to fit in the box better? I remember about a decade ago, I connected with somebody from high school, again. And in that relationship, the first night we went out for a buck and doe. And at the buck and doe, the dance floor wasn't started. I wanted to dance. I don't need alcohol. I don't drink alcohol generally either. And so, I'm not saying I don't ever, but just generally I don't choose to. And so the point is that I got up and I started this dance floor at this buck and doe where I knew no one other than my friend who was brand new as a reintroduction to my life, and we hadn't been friends in high school. So however it goes, she got super offended at my willingness to be myself. And the reason that I bring it up is because when I was going through this, and she literally told me that I was embarrassing, and last night when, you know, my friend's friend got offended, then she was in between a rock and a hard place, because ultimately she had invited me, but that friend had been there for her for all of it since high school, so didn't want to jeopardize the friendship that was good and long lasting for the friendship that had stopped for like 15 years. So in the end, she did what she felt was right, the atheist did what she felt was right, and I did what I felt was right, which was to be myself and to be truthful and to be faithful and to not amend who I am. Because when I was friends with the other girl that told me I was embarrassing because I got out and started the dance floor without any liquid courage, and I didn't need another friend to be there to accompany for it either, I was willing to do it on my own for the sake of having other people get excited and then join in. And I went and I saw a healer who I explained the situation to, and she then told me that I should tone myself down and reel myself in, because she had always too been told she was too much too, and she had bought the story and agreed with it. And I had respected this healer's perspective so much growing up that she was kind of not an idol, but she was a definite guide figure in my life. And when she told me that I needed to tone it down and to just be quiet for the sake of my other friends' comfort, I lost a little bit of respect for her, to be honest, because I realized that she was giving me the advice that she had taken that may or may not be working well for her. But ultimately, that wasn't her place to tell me that that was what I should do too. It's just the culturally accepted way. And what I say is that just because the cult you are is the culture that you and I are part of, doesn't mean that it's right. BS is belief systems. And belief systems do not necessarily work for the individual that is housing them. And so when we understand that, that then is when we can realize that maybe we don't need to tone it down for someone else's comfort. Maybe what we actually need to do is be willing to turn it up. Be willing to dance. This is a horrible reminder as to the fact that the reason that we are the way that we are is because of trash lyrics like this, that we serenade each other. I hope he cheats. What? No, I don't. I hope your man is loyal, and I hope you're loyal, and I hope you have an amazing day when you get this message, and I hope that you will decide not to tone yourself down. And when somebody moves out of your way, I hope you will be willing to pull yourself forward into that spot, because then it'll be easier to get out next time. And that was lined up just for you because you're loved. And with that, I need to get myself into work for the next 5 hours. Have a good day. Laura J. Namaste. The light in me honors the light in you.